Thank you. Greetings to all friends, fellow students, family and faculty. I'd like to start by joining you all in acknowledging the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nations as the traditional owners of the land on which we meet today. I respectfully recognise elders past, present and emerging. As creators and communicators of content, we are drawn to story. We are warned by history and inspired by legend. For these reasons alone, it is high time that respect and reconciliation be embraced across our land for the future of all Australians. We cannot see clearly into tomorrow unless we acknowledge the pathways of our past. Which brings me to what led me here tonight, proudly representing a sea of shining minds, a field of dreamers and doers, individuals all joined in the glorious compulsion of creativity. Congratulations to us all for purposefully answering that call. I felt that drive as a child, the need to draw, to write, to let my imagination sup away the hours until I wondered where the day went. Later, I took a strange path through study and art. Strange because the path fell away quite a number of times. Funding cuts killing my part-time studies, 3 years into a four-year course, leaving me with student debt and no formal qualification to help pay for it. After paying that off, my return to study was met with the closure of the college I'd chosen. Caught up in a government decision, the tractor that was meant to steer me forward was sold off into scrap. But giving up was never an option. I landed at Billy Blue just before its merged with Torrens. And one thing that I'd learned from other colleges closing and courses shutting down at other institutions was to seize every learning opportunity Torrens had to give, to create at every chance. Speaking of creativity, how many here have you been asked where you get all your ideas? Have you been looked at like a strange genius, blessed by some strange spirit or some other notion? No. You are here because you have trained to be creative. Everyone can draw, it's just that some of us work and practice at getting better and better, and it's the same with creativity. Creativity is an invisible engine, fueled by experience, learned knowledge, fanciful stories, and then arranged in the wheels and cogs of our imagination. Creativity is a machine with which one of us may change the world, or at least parts of the world around us. And it's appropriate that machines are good at building because the next wave of creativity is something we are building towards. We are stepping faster and faster towards exponential technological growth, the mythical singularity. The tools and technologies of 10 years ago have already been surpassed 100 times in their power. And civilization will need us, creative machines, to help put that technology to work. And after all, how do we measure the success of a civilization? All of our greatest human achievements in civilization are measured in creativity. No one recalls how wealthy Alexander the Great was, what his investment portfolio entailed. We measure success as a society throughout history by our creative achievements. Saved from the ravages of time within museums and libraries, the billionaires of today and yesteryears all become irrelevant. Greed is unrewarding. It is creativity that truly changes the world. And if the world stopped today, discoverers of our planet would know us best from our art and our design. And indeed, 2 years ago, the world did stop. We had to find new reserves of resilience and flexibility, put our lives on hold, and in some cases at risk. In the midst of a global pandemic, some of us finished our studies into an uncertain future or were forced to struggle on in an education system that was desperately trying to adapt. But you did it. You're here. If you ever hear the voice of imposter syndrome again, know this: the world stopped and you kept on creating. You are here today because you worked for it. You earned it. Thank you to the teachers that helped guide us here, to the friends and family that had belief in us, and to all my fellow graduates, thank you. You're magnificent. Please join me in a round of applause, not for my words, but for all of us here. Thank you, and congratulations to us all.